Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Norizan binti Ismail from UiTM Perak, Sri Iskandar, Campus Sri Iskandar. I would like to present my research entitled Significant Factors Contributing to Accidents on Construction Site. The Malaysian construction sector is characterized by accident-prone work site. The statistic of accidents occurred in the construction industry indicate that the accident rate in our construction industry is at a high level. Okay, this might be due to the several factors such as the unsafe condition of the construction site and also the lack of awareness of the worker as well as the employers on the importance of safety procedures on site to follow the safe working method on site. Okay, these are the pieces of newspaper article that shows that a lot of accidents occur on site recently, which some of them involve a fatal occupational injury. This shows that the construction industry in Malaysia, the accidents in the construction site in Malaysia is quite critical. Okay, on-site accidents interrupts project implementation and also delay the construction period and increasing the cost, because once the accident occur on site, the site usually have to be closed or suspended for quite some time to allow for the investigation. So it will lead to the delay of the construction period and of course it will increase the cost. Okay, although the construction safety regulations and act have been enacted and enforced, there is still many accidents occur in Malaysia, in construction site in Malaysia. So therefore, this study attempt to determine the significant factors contributing to the occurrence of accidents on construction site. Okay, in literature, there are many types of accident occur. There are the sources of accident occur. Okay, these are the four leading causes of death or accidents in the construction industry, or sometimes we call it the fatal four, because these four things are the most frequently occur on site. Okay, the first is the fall of the object, the fall of the material, or also the fall of the workers. And number two is being caught in or between objects, because we know the construction industry, material, machinery, and also usually large and big. And also being struck by objects and also electrocution. Okay, since the objective of this study is to determine the significant factors contributing to the accidents occurrence on site. Okay, the preliminary literature review has been conducted. Okay, based on literature, it is found that there are 13 factors that may contribute to the occurrence of accidents on construction site. Okay, mostly based on Nawi et al., Yev et al., and Seni and Nebere et al., and also Kolo. Okay, the first is the lack of PPE, lack of personal protective equipment, the provision of PPE, lack of awareness by the workers to use the PPE during the construction. And number two is lack of communication between managers and workers. As we know, the communication at construction site is very important, because lack of communication might lead to the misunderstanding on the procedure and also the method of construction, that this might cause the accident to occur. And also lack of supervision by supervisor in charge. Attitude of the worker, because in construction site there are variety types of worker, because we know many of them are the foreign worker, so many attitude of the worker which could lead to the occurrence of the accident. And workers under influence of drugs and alcohol. Construction in the industry is a very physical demanding industry, because a lot of energy needed by the worker to complete the works. So some of them might use drugs or alcohol to increase the energy, or and so on. So maybe the influence of over usage of drug and alcohol might contribute to the accident on site. Okay, level of education and experience, because as I mentioned earlier, construction industry have a lot of foreign worker. So they come here from many countries, yeah, from Bangladesh, Indonesia, Myanmar. So they come to Malaysia, and with different level of education and different level of experience also might lead to the occurrence of accidents on site. And then lack of safety meeting and toolbox meetings. Toolbox meetings is very important to be conducted regularly, because during the meeting, the toolbox meetings, the manager or supervisor will remind the worker on the safety procedure, safety method to carry out the construction. So if there is lack of toolbox meetings, this also might lead to lead to the accidents of on site. Next is lack of safety and health training, lack of safety culture. So excessive overtime work, maybe the fatigueness of the student, of the worker, lead to the accident. Lack of accident record and official safety data. Lack of regular inspection for material and machinery. This is so very important, because lack of regular inspection and also maintenance of the plant and machinery, for example, also might cause accident to occur. And also the last one, a lack of a safe working procedure. So there are 13 factors that may contribute to the occurrence of site, that will be used in this study, in this research, to test with which of these factors are the significant factors that contribute to the accident on site. Okay, for the research methodology, this study started with preliminary questionnaire first, because this study only conducted quantitative method. It is started with distributed 30 preliminary questionnaire to the grade G7 contractor, specifically for the safety manager and also safety officer. This is important, because to test and validate the preliminary questionnaire developed. There was 11 responses received, and then all the comments will be taken into account in the development of the main questionnaire survey. Okay, this questionnaire survey were undergone the reliability test, and it shows that the result shows that 0.891 Cromba alpha value, which is more than 0.7. So this shows that this questionnaire that use the 5-point Likert scale have the internal consistency, and then can be distributed to the total the target population. So the main questionnaire survey then conducted. 500 questionnaire were distributed to the grade G7 contractor. 155 return were received, which is 31% response rate. And then the data, the written questionnaire were analyzed using descriptive analysis using SPSS, and the analysis used was by determine the mean value and then rank the factors based on the mean value, and then from this the significant factors can be determined. Okay, this research follows a Shehu et al., Odidekun et al., and also Aipo et al., which the significant factors determine for the factors with the mean value exceed 4.00. which is so all the factors that above 4.00 will be considered as the most significant factors. Okay, these are the findings. The findings shows that there were nine significant factors where all of these factors have the mean value more than 4.00. So the significant factors, there were nine significant factors contributing to site accident and accident on site found in this survey, in this research. Okay, the first is lack of training with the mean value of 4.55, followed by lack of safety culture, and then followed by lack of regular inspection for material and machineries, and also lack of safe working procedure, and also lack of meeting or toolbox safety meeting or toolbox meetings. Okay, and next is the lack of personal PPE, personal protective equipment, lack of provision of PPE by the employer, and also lack of the awareness of the worker itself to use the PPE, and also lack of supervision by the supervisor in charge, lack of communication between managers and worker, and the last one, attitudes of the workers. These factors must be put more concern by the contractor, by the contractors, because to ensure, because the contractor is the person who are responsible at the construction site. So these nine factors must be must be put more concern, and action must be taken to avoid the accident of the construction on the construction site. Okay, for the conclusion, basically the construction accident are preventable. So the contractor should make every effort to ensure that employees are adequately trained, educated, and protected. And also, the contractor to improve the safety culture among the construction workers by prioritizing safety and health during the construction process. In order to minimize the number of accidents in the construction industry, all parties, including regulators, consultants, contractor, and the workers, need to be fully committed in ensuring the safety and health at the construction site is implemented accordingly. When construction site workers are hurt or injured in an accident, it affects not only just their lives and also livelihoods, but also the project progress and the firm's future and also profit. Okay, this research, for this research contribution, this research contributes to in ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being to the construction workers in line with the Sustainable Development Goals of good health and well-being. This study also form a foundation or source of inspiration for the other researchers to study in depth on the subject matters by using different types of project methods, sampling frames, as well as different scope of coverage. For the recommendation, to further study on the specific type of construction project, because this study only done on general construction project, but the recommendation is to further study to the specific type of construction project, for example, specific on the building projects only, or civil engineering project only, because different type of project involve different safety risks. This study focused on G7 contractors' perception, did not encompass the small contractor firm, because they are regarded as having poor safety and health record. Maybe in future, research to focus on different grade of contractor, and also the challenges of improving, also to study on the challenges of improving safety and health within this within firm. Should be considered for the future research. Okay, with that, thank you.